Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
When I was a young horsey boy, my mother always used to have a box of Snackwell's devil food cakes sitting on the very top of the shelf, out of reach to me, out of limits to me, out of mind from anything that I could possibly desire, and I would say, "Mama, Mama!" and I would point to the box, and then I would point at my mouth, and then I would point at the box, and I would point to my mouth, and I would point to the box, and this went on for the better part of 6 or 7 minutes, but the result was always the same.
Nope.
One day I asked her why, and she told me it was because it had the word devil in it, and she didn't want the devil inside of me, although I guess it was okay for the devil to be inside of her. Well, it was a complicated thing. But the main thing is, I never knew what these things were like, and they started to have a bit of a elevated position in my mind as this sort of forbidden snack that's so amazing and that's so good that it's been named after the devil himself. And so we have it, a marshmallow cookie, which is actually not too bad. It comes with more marshmallow. Ooh boy. Snackwell's has always seemed like a brand that's like a soccer mom would talk about while she's having way too much wine and use it as an excuse to have a nice dessert, right? They never say, "Oh, I'm gonna have myself a little bit of a dessert." It's always something like, "Ooh, Bernice, I want to feel naughty today. Let's have something bad. Oh, so bad, Bernice. Bernice!" Never normal with those people. Let's go ahead, crack this bad boy in half. So what we've got here is a big old box of UFOs, and the chocolatey smell of these is definitely on the dark chocolate vibe. And that makes sense. If you've got a lot of marshmallow in there, you want to make sure you've got some dark chocolate in there to balance things out. They're so far so good. I do like the cookie shapes of these things though. They're perfect for making a sandwich out of. You can make a tower of power and all that. It'll probably come with a copy of Sonic 3 and Knuckles because everything needs a copy of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And also, they've got a decent amount of density. Not heavy, but also not so flimsy that you don't feel like you're gonna get something good out of it. And they're fudge, and me liking the fudge. Let's go ahead and abduct these bad boys. Oh man, Marshy is spinning in his grave right now.
Boogity boogity. I'll scare your dad.
What you're basically getting with this is a big old giant sponge with a little bit of marshmallow coating on top of it. The marshmallow coating itself is actually not bad. It's got a good bounce to it. It's got a good ounce to it. It's got a medium amount of sweetness, but the inside cookie right here is so dense. It's really like biting into a dry sponge. It's very chewy, and not in a pleasurable way. It's not very chocolatey, and it's not very tasty. And perhaps it could have benefited from having these two ingredients in it instead of not having it in it. Because right now, bro, it's like a clump of dirt with some marshmallow fluff on it. You should have stayed on that damn shelf.
That whole method is honest and from deep inside. And be as I am, weak but I try. I feel aside, out of place, breathe out of time. Over beats so divine, speak then I fly.
Here's a weird thing. I didn't learn this until later on. When I was a kid, I used to have really, really bad acne, right? I didn't know where it was coming from. It turns out it was all the milk that I was drinking. I used to drink hella full-fat cow's milk like 2 or 3 times a day. Usually when I'm having like cookies and stuff, and it caused horrific acne. The second I stopped drinking it, all the acne went away. I don't know, just thought that was interesting.